And I was even here. The hell with your world.
Okay, Uncle Bobby.
What's wrong with the living?
Banger 1 to Operations Control. Do you copy? Banger 1 to Ops Control. Please respond. Nothing. Well, maybe they ate that cabbage soup you made, and they're busy right now. Yeah, I can't wait to have some when we get back. I'm pretty hungry right now. Yeah, me too. But I've learned to avoid it. Well, how come? You don't want to know, John. Hey, John, how long before we land? We still got a little while, Abu. Oh, you two finally decide to come up for air, huh? Well, what do you mean? Well, you've been deep-sea diving ever since we left Vegas. Oh, he's jealous. No, not really. What do you mean? Well, it's just the smell of tuna. Reminds me of my ex-wife. Oh, don't listen to him. Well, speaking of tuna, I'm very hungry right now. And for some reason, I am craving tuna. Sorry, Abu. There's no food on board. Don't you want to change it up? I mean, how much tuna can you eat in one night? That's a good one, Shady. What the hell was that for? That was for John laughing. Well, why'd you hit me? Because he's busy flying. See, now I'm even getting punched for you. I think the next adventure we have, you're not coming. What? How come? I just think it will go smoothly, John. But I'm the leader of the team. That doesn't mean you have to come along on missions. Let your number 1 lead the mission. Well, who's my number 1? Wilbur? I'm your number 1. The hillbilly is more like number 2. Well, where am I at? I should be in there somewhere since I'm part of the team now. Yes, me too. Oh, shut up, Sandman. The only thing you're good for is comic relief. That means I'm funny, right? Oh, you're very funny. Well, I hate to say it, John. What's that, Chitty? She's got a point there. What do you mean? I think she should be part of the team. You? I don't know, Shady. This is kind of a guy thing, don't you think? There's some dangerous things that happen sometimes. Well, the geek created the robot chick thing. Yeah, but that's an artificial woman. What's more artificial than the Malibu? I heard that. Listen, I'm sticking up for you, so shut up. Oh, go ahead then. Better listen, John. After me and the redneck, she's probably our biggest badass. You think, Shady? Damn right. Well, I can be a badass. Listen, John, she kicked your ass, she knocked out the elephant with the folding chair, she clobbered the fairy bomber, and she punched me out twice in one night. And she knocked out one of my groupies twice now. See? More evidence. Now let's look at your track record. Well, I'd rather not. Then put her on the team or else I'll remind you. Fine, she's on the team. Am I on the team? Well, we're still considering it. Well, when will I know? Listen, don't call us, and we won't call you.
Special presentation of the John Lebang Show. Destiny Wars.
Strong with the dark side. You are.
It's been a long time.
Not long enough, it has.
You're looking well for your age.
The same I cannot say for you.
This is the latest in supervillain fashion.
Why have you come?
It's time to restore what should have been.
The past you cannot change.
Not without the timepiece, anyways.
I know not of what you speak.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Not much you have to insult. Only power you seek.
And with great power comes greater power.
Fail you will.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, Ring of Power you have. Majesty 12 you seek.
And now I've come to acquire the timepiece. You could make it easy on yourself and just tell me where it is.
Help you I would not.
Well then, this is where I have to kill.
Try if you can.
You still have some moves.
A thing or two left I can show you.
I think not.
Forgive you, I do.
Goodbye, Father.
Turn hut! Eddie's. Hey man, where's that dude that I came here with, man?
Alright, you pot-smoking pinko. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Like what, man?
Like how you passed my perimeter, what you're doing here, and what the hell this thing is.
Oh, man, that's a bong, man. And you wouldn't believe the other stuff, man, if I told you, man.
Now let's take it from the top.
The top of what, man?
Name.
Oh, my name, man?
No, my name.
Oh, I don't know your name, man.
You play games with me, and you're through.
Oh, that's cool, man. What game you want to play, man? Because I want to get out of here, man.
Just wait a minute. So what do you think?
He's a stoner.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Of course he's a stoner.
He must be retarded or something.
We better call Washington.
Hey, man, can I hit the bong, man?
Get me the president.
Oh, man, I didn't know he smoked, man.
What's going on?
Mr. President, we have a problem.
Almost back in the old stomping grounds. Something's wrong here. What do you mean, Joan? I'm not getting any contact from anyone. Well, maybe they're busy. I don't know. It just seems too long. Relax, John. I'll talk to Tiny and see what he's heard. You know, are you sure you can trust him? I trust him more than I trust you. What? Damn right. He doesn't get me in half the trouble you do. And we've been friends from grade school. So trust is a matter of perspective, John. Perspective? What do you mean by that? Well, depends on how pissed we are at each other. Well, is he pissed at you for anything right now? Let me see. No, I didn't. No, I gave him the $10. I got his ex-wife to divorce him. Nope, I think we're good right now. Will you two keep it down back there? I'm trying not to throw up. How many of those have you had? Last count, 15, John. Well, try not to get too drunk, please. Are you kidding? Me? I didn't even drink the whole time we were in Vegas. So it's like starting over. Okay, we're coming in for a landing. This should be fun. 3, 2, 1. Well, there he is. Hang in there, Nerd Eye.
Did you get to Eye Dork?
I sure did.
Well, that's good. What was she cooking for dinner?
Well, it looked like shepherd's pie.
Oh, I love that stuff.
We've got to get you over to the virtual medical doctor.
I don't know if I can make it.
Don't worry, I'll carry you.
Okay, but listen. If I pass out, don't let anybody kiss me.
Well, what if you need mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
I'd rather die.
Okay, I'm going to pick you up now.
Oh, okay, be gentle. I'm detecting multiple contusions.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Did I hurt you?
Who cares? Just get me to the VMD before I pass out.
Well, okay, hang on. Hello, Shady. We've missed you around the neighborhood. Good to see you, Tiny. These are my friends. Come on in, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to John. John, this is my good friend Tiny. Nice to meet you. Oh, don't mind them. They haven't said a word since Vegas. Well, that's not true, Shady. She was praying for at least half the trip. Just because someone's screaming God doesn't mean they're praying, John. Well, what is it then, if it's not religious, Shady? Well, since you put it that way, I guess some would consider what they were doing as a religious experience. See? Right through here, everyone. Please, have some refreshments. Give me one of those beers. So how's the old neighborhood? Oh, it's doing fine. How have you been? You know, some days are good, some days are bad. We had one of the best trips ever to Vegas. I'll tell you about that later. I'm looking forward to it. You know, Tiny, you sure become Mr. Popular since I left. Well, I started hanging out at the YMCA on the weekends. And the next thing I knew, I was popular. Hey, Shady. What is it, John? How come there are no chicks here? What do you mean? Ditsy's right there sucking the filling out of the Sandman. But she's the only one, and we brought her. Don't you think that's a little weird? Tiny was never a ladies' man. At least he's meeting friends, John. So, Tiny, what do you want to show me? Right through here, Shady.
Hello, fellas. Sorry I didn't warn you. But as you can see, I'm a little tied up.
Now, you can't blame this on me, Shady. I sure can. Are you okay?
Nothing a little Kentucky moonshine wouldn't cure. By the way, I made it to the bunker.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
Well, the temporal reflector detector is gone. I shot 3 punks, and the van had 15-foot flames out of it the last time I saw.
And don't forget you're sitting right there all tied up.
Well, thanks for reminding me, Shady.
There's 4 right there, John. 4 what, Shady? Things. Are you keeping track of something, Shady? I'm keeping track of things, John. What things? All the bad things that happen when you are around, John. Well, it looks like you all had a very busy night. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I really didn't want to believe it. Well, Tiny, what did I do this time? I thought we were good. Shady, we've never been good. What do you mean, never been good? We've been friends since before we went to school. Do you remember the time that you left me and my schmeckle frying by that down wire? What, you're mad about that? That was nearly 40 years ago. Well, you haven't had to live with a burnt cocktail weenie. Oh, I love those things. Not this kind. Never mind them. Listen, Tiny, I don't see how you can blame me for that. I didn't make you take that dare. But you ran off. Well, what the hell did you want me to do? Pull out my schmeckle and have a joint weenie roast? I did what any kid would do. I ran. Now get over it. How's your big mouth feeling now, Shady? I guess this ends our friendship. John, do your thing. Engaging stealth mode. Where did he go? Well, you'll find out. Maybe next time you'll believe me, Shady. You get one thing right, and now it's see I told you so. How about the other 913 times you're wrong? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, Joan.
Could somebody please untie me?
Hey, would you two like to unlock your lips for 30 seconds, breathe some fresh air, and help out around here? What do you want me to do? Hush, ignore them.
Well, if you undo the knot, I can take it from there.
John, what are you doing? I'm thinking. Well, think me up a beer or something.
Come on, guys. My balls are starting to itch.
Well, don't ask me to scratch it.
Hey, Shady.
What?
You reckon making out with a woman like that is different than making out with a normal woman?
And when did you ever have a normal woman?
Well, I was married for 11 years.
That doesn't mean she was normal. Did she cook?
Nope.
Did she clean?
Never.
Did you have sex?
Only with my hand.
I guess she was normal. One last question then.
And what's that?
Did she remind you of tuna?
Well, sorta.
Sorta? What does that mean?
Does catfish count as tuna?
No.
I'd like to know why you wanted to know about Majesty 12.
Go spit, Mr. Double Dog Dare.
You know, I thought you looked familiar. You're mad at us because you burnt your schmeckle?
Amongst other things.
Well, I'll teach you to be an asshole.
Now, wait a minute. I don't let anybody hit my friends.
Well, we've got to get information out of him somehow, Shady.
You know, Shady, I hate to admit it, but I agree. Listen, you can't hit my friend. Shady, he betrayed you. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. That's what friends do.
Then how are we going to get him to talk, Shady?
Oh, I'll get him to talk. Now, Tiny, tell the man what he wants to know. Eat tuna, Shady. Hey, I thought you said we can't hit him, Shady. Yeah, so?
Well, you just punched him in the face.
I failed to see where this is going. Well, if we can't punch him, why can you? Because he's my friend, John, and no one hits my friends.
But you just did.
Well, that's different. I've been kicking his ass since we were in reusable diapers. So for me, it's more like reminiscing. Now, if you don't mind, I'm busy talking to my friend. So, Tiny, I know your limits. We're only like 3 or 4 punches away from you crying like a baby. So why don't you save me the trouble and you the bruises? We all have our destiny, Shady. And for people like you, the new order will have no use for. It's only a matter of time before the captain shows his hand. You're working with him? That's right, Shady. And you're gonna lose. All right, well, thanks for the information, Tiny. Say goodnight.
John, are you done thinking yet? Because I'm about to throw up.
Yeah, we need to get back to Area 5051 right now.